Majuba. We pay homage to Illa Juba. We seek the great spirit's approval, manifesting the ancestral maneuver. As the Orishas move you, my child, let me speak to your spirit. You warriors calling a little louder, I want you to hear it. Just face it, don't fear it. Your mirror reflection, revere it. Shadow work, you will clear it. Just the seasons will change. You are called to rise. Open your eyes, realize, rearrange. It's not a game, press past through your pain. We are not mediocre nor mundane. You are great now, claim your new name. Break free from the chains. I just want you to see through and see true. See yourself as all of the mind sees you. The God in you, manifest your breakthrough. Standing tall, seeing life from a bird's eye view. While manifesting your Odu. We keep it real, real life and reveal. It's all in me, my destiny. I will find, follow, fulfill my destiny. I will find, follow, fulfill. Majuba, we pay homages to Illa Juba. We seek the great spirit's approval, manifesting the ancestral maneuver. As the Orishas move you. Just the Illa Juba.
Hey, Abo, this is Olu Fakola Dev Idinkai Temple. We welcome you. We thank you for joining us. We welcome you to our Illa Juba Temple service. I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. This is going to be a special Ifa sermon dedicated to the men. Also, I want to say happy Juneteenth. All right, y'all know what Juneteenth is. It is essentially the Independence Day for African Americans. Very important, especially within the Ifa system, because that is the way that Ifa was brought here to North America through African people who were born in America. So happy Juneteenth to us. Right? Tap in. Okay, so let us begin. We want to begin with prayer. All right. Shout outs to everybody on Instagram, YouTube, on Facebook. I want to embark on our morning prayers, and then after that, I want to perform our Ifa sermon, and then we're going to talk about this year's Odun Ifa and the significance of it. All right? So let us begin. All right. Mojuba Olodo. Mojuba Eleda. Mojuba Olodo Mari. Mojuba Bobo Romale. Mojuba Bobo Male. Mojuba Boy Guntembili Solodo Mare. Mojuba to all of our ancestors. Mojuba Miss Mother de Lucille Daniels Murray. Mojuba Darsham, Mojuba Base Francine, Mojuba Fernandez, Mojuba Cooper Daniels Watkins, Mojuba Dahlia, Mojuba Zion, Mojuba Nagu, Mojuba Clifford Holmes, Mojuba Clifford Watkins, Mojuba Jenny, Mojuba Katie Badley, Mojuba Oscar Valley, Mojuba James O'Riggs, Mojuba Benino Chino, Monville Mill, No Black, Dennis Agustin Mill, Mojuba Bobo Ekun Timbili, so Little Mare, Ifa Ojide, Ifa will call on Irete Laje Ola Tutu. Is the name of Ifa. Ola is the name of Odu. Ola is the name of Oshun. When the three of you designed all of our destinies in heaven, you did not design it for imprecation chanters to have the power to kill us, or for incantation users to kill us, or for spellcasters to kill us, or for cutlass wielders to kill us, or for gun trotters to kill us, or for wizards to kill us, or witches to kill us. Those of you who do not know, when you created us in Orun, you designed our identity. You did not design it for anyone to have power over any of us. Do not let those folks have power to kill us. The three of you are one's Lord. Death does not consume pepper. Any unnatural death caused by humans, do not let it kill me. Afflictions, do not eat onions. Do not let me or any of us be afflicted throughout our lifetime. Pestilence does not consume a yet a spice. Do not let me or any of us be infected with pestilence. Do not let any of us have strokes. Do not let any of us be crippled. Do not let guntrotter, cutlass wielders, spellcasters, do not let those individuals use those things against us. For we do not use cutlass to cut a two creeping plant melon seed. Ifa, let us be given our appropriate respect at all times. The snail is for peace, softness, and harmony. All evils that human beings direct against us, let it be neutralized in our bodies. For only coolness and peace do we find in Otutu Bombis. It is the guinea fowl, which authorizes for me to have peace of mind. All evils of this world, Ifa, please turn it to peace and convenience for me. Erete Tutu, Erete Alajeo has declared that all evils shall bow their heads before all of us. Ashe, Ifa, we call on you to bring us good health. Alapete no, alabomoeko, aṣọ funfun mẹ́ta ní ọ̀ṣà ńlá mú wá ilé ayé. Èkàn ní egun dàbọ̀rì pìdán, ìkejì ní òrìṣà ta aláàbọ̀lẹ̀, ìkẹtẹ̀ ní àjíǹde ara tèmi, kí àjíǹde ara ọ̀jẹ̀ mi. Ifa, please support all of the people who are watching with good health. Give us good health. Give us good health. Give us good health. Ashe. Ifa, support us so that as we do this temple service that we will be blessed. Push away witchcraft and negative energy. Any naysayers and haters. Ima kamimene ama, ima kamimene ano, ima kamimene adeloku. Tamuele, tori ifa lonini, ebora timpanini, enebana mi tipa lelejo. Asheo, 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 asheo. Ifa, you come invoking your spirit. We ask that you will push away all the ajogun from us. Move my ego out of the way so that we can hear real Ifa today. Ashe, Ashe, Oshetra, Oshetra, Tanya the Fido to the stock of a command is not big enough to use this headgear. Had I been enough to use this headgear, I would have taken it home and adorned my head with it. These Ifa's decorations to Aruela when going on special mission to Jebelin. We're going to look at the same pay money. On Sunset make rich, calling Aruela perspective the Jebelin. Osheruela's got our wool. Oshetra, I kick it in Bagisa. I check up against the tree cast for room. He's CV, Ibana, chef from all of the mine. If an award tells you you should be wealthy, you should be wealthy. I kick it in Bagisa. And I'm off one side, Ibana, share in the mouth of an award. If no to share victory, surely victory. I kick it in Bagisa. And I'm off one side, Ibana, share in the mouth of an award. If no to have joy, surely have joy. I kick it in Bagisa. And I'm off one side, Ibana, share in the mouth of an award. Talk, Essie. Maybe so, surely shall it be. Sure. Àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi o, àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi. Bọ́bọ́ tí mo bá màmá wí o, ìrúmọlẹ̀ ó bà. Ifá ó bà o, àṣẹ òrìṣà lẹ́nu mi. Àṣẹ o. Bí mo dúró tí mo súre, bí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo súre, bí mo kúnlẹ̀ tí mo súre, bí mo jókòó tí mo súre. Everyone put your hands on your ori. Ori ani larura yani o. Ori ani larura yani. Mojulo mi fa wa mori. Ori ani larura yani. Bobore chasu. Ifa oba lorun. Ati bataju. Ifá ọba lọ́run, ó ṣe àrò ìlà Ifá ti bọ́. Olódùmarè and the divinities, we ask that you would ward off all death, ward off all sickness, ward off all cases and controversies, ward off fights, litigation, law you will bring forth to us long life, wealth, good spouse, good children, peace of mind, healing, victory. Give us all the good things of life. Help us to find, follow, and fulfill our destiny. Alabore, alaboye, aboshisha, abo, ato. Thank you again. I'm going to take a pause for the cause because I want y'all to like and share. Like and share this with the men in your life, the good men, the solid dudes. I want you to like and share that with these dudes, these men right now. So I'm going to take a pause for the cause. I want folks also to let me know where you are from. Shout us out, and we'll shout you out at the very end. Also, we're going to take a little bit of time at the end to explain what is coming up next Saturday, because we'll be doing the Odun Ifa for the Odu of our lineage. All right. Thank you all once again. All right. All right. Aboraboy. So this, y'all know this is a sermon for the fathers, for the men of our community. So when we think of this, let's talk real. We're living in a generation where men are under tremendous pressure. Men are even the highest form of individuals who commit suicide and are successful. Pressure. Men are under pressure. Pressure to earn, pressure to provide, pressure to perform, pressure to succeed and look successful, pressure to prove themselves. And many men have become exhausted trying to maintain an image while quietly losing the things that matter most. Today, social media celebrates luxury, money. It celebrates the watch you have, the cars you buy, the woman you're with. It celebrates status. But Ifa is asking us a different question. Who will carry your name when you are gone? Who will preserve your wisdom when your strength is gone? Who will remember your sacrifice when your body returns to earth? Because a man's greatest success is not what he accumulates. A man's greatest success is what he often leaves behind. And many men don't need more motivation. Many men, what they need is more restoration, restoration of purpose, restoration of family, restoration of their legacy, restoration of their priorities. Let us begin with this Odu Ifa Ogundameji. Ifa says a stone hit a tree and returned to hit the thrower. This was Ifa's declarations to Onireshele and also for Oniresheoko when they were advised to offer Ebo in order to give birth to children. Only Oniresheoko complied with the advice. Now Onireshe, here comes all blessings in life. Oko Onireshe, here comes blessings. Onireshe, children are beauty. Oko Ireshe, children are one's beauty. Owners of the world, children are one's beauty. Oko Ireshe, children are truly one's beauty. So here's the story. Both men were kings. Both claimed lineage from Ile Ife. One day, both went for Ifa consultation to see how successful it would be in their respective thrones. Both were told that they would be successful as long as they made marriage and fatherhood a priority above anything else in their lives. They were advised not to be promiscuous. They were advised not to be with too many women. Too many women would bring about the problem of lineage. They were also told to have as many children possible with the one woman that they married. And they were also told to raise those children very well. These children, when raised, would be the continuation of a great legacy. They were both advised to offer Ebo. Onireshele felt like sacrifice was not necessary, and he felt that there was no need to have children. Onireshele felt that raising children and rearing children would be uncomfortable. It would also be expensive, and he would leave himself and lead himself into poverty. What he wanted was fancy jewelry. What he wanted was nice clothes. Onireshe Oko, on the other hand, complied with the Ebo. He found a good wife, and he married her. With her, they gave birth to many children. He preoccupied himself with being a good father and a good husband. He preoccupied himself with raising his children. Onireshio Oko also, as a result, lacked in money because he invested in his family. He did not have the most up-to-date clothes. He didn't have the most up-to-date jewelry. Oftentimes he wore clothes that he had in possession for years. He wore clothes that were not the best because he sacrificed for his family. Every year, the kingdom of Onireshe, Ile and Onireshe Oko would gather for their annual festival. Each year, Onireshe Oko was the subject of ridicule. People laughed at him. People would say that he had all these children, and his children were the source of his poverty. He would respond that when his children reached maturity, they would be on their own and his poverty would disappear. Onireshe Le, on the other hand, he would come up to the festivals stunting. He had on the finest jewelry. He had the best clothes. And he would participate in the humiliation of Onireshe Oko. He would sing, "Here comes all the good things of life. Dresses are beauty." He represented the idea of appearance over purpose. Over the years, both kings began to get older. Their strength began to wane and grow weaker. Onireshele could not get all the finer things in life. He was simply too old to acquire them. Onireshe Oko began to get older and weaker, but his children also matured. They were all gainfully employed. Onireshe Oko was well taken care of and living in comfort. His children made sure that he was looking finer and fresher and younger with new expensive clothes and new expensive jewelry. Years later, when it came time for the annual festival, the children of Onireshe Oko wanted to make it an incredible experience for their father. They dressed him up in the best clothes. They crowned him, and everyone cheered. They cheered for Onireshe Lena, not Onireshe Oko. They cheered for Onireshe Oko, not for Onireshe Le. And as Onireshe Oko walked in, they began to sing, here comes all the good things of life. Children are beauty. One's beauty are one's kids. What is Ifa telling us? First point of the day is children are the beauty of a father. Ifa says in Ogundameji, a stone hit the tree and returned and hit the thrower. This was Ifa's declarations to Onireshe Oko. Both men came from royal lineages. Both had destiny, both had potential, both became kings. But Ifa told them something shocking. Your success will not be determined through your throne. Your success will be determined by your family. Both men were told, make marriage a priority, make children and raising your children the highest priority. Invest in your family. And do not sacrifice legacy for pleasure. One listened, one did not. Many men are trying to build an empire while neglecting the people who are supposed to inherit it. Point number 2, appearance can hide failure. Onireshe Ile, he loved luxury. Onireshe Ile, he loved jewelry. He loved expensive things, expensive clothes. He loved status. He loved looking successful. He felt like children were too expensive, too inconvenient, too much of a responsibility. Every festival he arrived dressed like a king. People applauded him. They envied him and admired him. Meanwhile, Onireshe Oko looked poor. His clothes were worn. His resources were all invested in his family. The crowd mocked him, but Ifa was teaching us a lesson. The crowd often celebrates the wrong man. The man who looks rich today may be bankrupt tomorrow, but the man who sacrifices today will be wealthy tomorrow. Point number 3, the strong man must think for himself. Every father eventually becomes old. Every strong man eventually becomes weak. Every provider eventually needs provision. Every protector eventually will need protection. The question is, what are you building that will survive your weakness? As Onireshe Ile aged, his money could no longer buy influence. His youth disappeared, his strength disappeared, his status disappeared. But Onireshe Oko, his children matured. They became successful. They honored their father. They dressed him better than he could ever dress himself. The crowd that mocked him once celebrated him now. And he sang, children are beauty. Children are one's beauty. Your children become your report card when your strength is gone. Let us look at the Odu Odigunda. Ifa says, the knife was struck against the head of the fish. There was profuse blood from the back of the crab. Ifa's message for the awkward man who will inherit the profit of the world. He was advised to offer Ebo. He complied. I am the one who inherits the profit of my father's household. The awkward man is the one who will inherit the profit of the world. I am the one who inherits the profit of my father's household. What is Ifa saying? Point number 4, a man's future is built by what he feeds today. In Odigunda, Ifa says, a knife struck the head of the fish. Blood flowed from the crab. Ifa is saying, the awkward man shall inherit the profits of the world. The awkward man, the uncomfortable man, the sacrificial man, the man willing to endure ridicule. That is the man. The man who will be misunderstood by the crowd. The man willing to invest when no one else sees value. That is the man who inherits the world. Ifa is telling us comfort creates consumers, but sacrifice creates legacy. Let us look at Osameji. Ifa says, Agbado Oyoluwa Korum Leyin Eshu. They were the Awokastifa for Obatala, who shall have La Roye Eshoda as his son. He was a Vaswaferabo. He complied. Now let Bara into the house. If you refuse to allow Bara to enter the house, don't you see the baton carried by La Roye? Anyone who offered good Ebo Eshu will support such a person. That person shall be blessed with wealth and children. Eshu will support the person. He or she shall trade and succeed. Eshu will support that person. La topa Eshu agongo. La topa Eshu gongo. Travelers to Ipo and all 5 towns, come and join us in the midst of happiness. Come and witness our array of life. In this Odu, the story is about when Obatala essentially had adopted Eshu Odara. So Eshu was not his blood child, but Obatala had adopted him. And as he adopted him, when Eshu was younger, Eshu was giving him all types of problems. He was the problematic child. He was the one that essentially broke his heart at every turn. He was the child that was saying, Obatala, you ain't my real daddy. Eshu was the one who gave him issues. But this Odu says that Obatala stayed the course. He continued to raise this young man who was challenging, problematic, and he taught him the right ways. And when Eshu matured, he made his family proud. He fell back on the wisdom that he received when he was younger. When he got older, Eshu was the one who would make people offer Ebo. And this Odu says that he carries a baton. And he would make the people offer their Ebo. And when they offered their Ebo, he would bless them. And he would direct all the proceeds of the Ebo to his father, to his mother. And that is how the challenging child became a blessing. Point number 5. The child that breaks your heart may become the child that saves your legacy. Ifa is telling us that anyone who offers proper Ebo, Eshu will support that person. Wealth will come to that person. Children will come to that person. Success will come to that person. Notice what happened. Eshu did not remain a problem forever. Ashe. Eshu did not remain a problem to his family forever. Eshu became a support system. Eshu, the problem child, became a blessing. Eshu, the problem child, became the protector. He became the prosperity of the family. The child who once exhausted the father, the child will become the one standing beside the father. Sometimes God hides your greatest blessing inside, the thing that frustrates you the most. Many fathers are praying, remove this burden. But Ifa is telling us no, because that burden is the thing that is refining you for your blessing. The struggle is becoming your legacy. The child is becoming your future. So don't write off the challenging child. The strongest fathers are not the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who refuse to abandon their children and refuse to abandon that struggle. All right, let us kind of wind up with this verse of Osameji, which is so important for us. I want you to hear this clearly. Osameji, with empty stomach, I consume other people's liquor. With empty stomach, I consume other people's cola nuts. With my gums, I consume cola nuts. Let the gums eat cola nuts before consuming alcohol. Staying on empty is the bane of an owl. These we filed declarations to Orunmila when he was crying that he had no ire in life. He was advised to offer a ball. He complied. We have witnessed success and accomplishments. To experience other good things of life is now no longer difficult. This leads us to point number 6. The strong man can become his own enemy. Ifa says, at this point in Osameji, Orunmila had no wife. Orunmila had no kids. He had no money and no success. He was depressed. He was discouraged, frustrated, and he began drinking heavily. He stopped eating. He relied on alcohol and neglected himself. The greatest diviner who ever lived was slowly destroying himself. Being gifted does not protect you from self-destruction. Notice something shocking. The problem wasn't a witch. The problem wasn't his enemies. It wasn't bad luck. The problem wasn't his destiny. The problem was Orunmila. Sometimes the strongest man in the room is losing the battle that no one can see. Ifa tells us in this verse that the clients would come, get the divination, they wouldn't return. They needed the wisdom, they needed his gifts, but they would find Orunmila drunk. They would find him rolling on the ground, vomiting on himself, neglecting himself, and they would leave. Everything that belonged to him ended up belonging to somebody else. Many men don't lose because they lack talent. They lose because they lack maintenance. This leads to the next point. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Orunmila was crying because he saw no blessings. He saw no progress. He saw no joy, no hope. And Ifa's first instruction was not work harder. It was not pray harder. It was not carry more responsibility. This verse starts with self-neglect. It starts with poor self-care. It starts with self-destruction. Before the blessings return, Orunmila had to stop harming himself. Many men are not lazy. They are depleted. A man who never rests eventually becomes the thing he was trying to protect his family from. The final point is this: self-care is essential. Many fathers think self-care is selfish. Rest is weakness. Taking care of yourself is vanity. Ifa says the opposite. If you are a father, if you are a husband, a provider, a leader, then maintaining yourself is part of your responsibility because everyone depends on you. You cannot carry everybody else if you are falling apart yourself. Orumila's life changed when he did three things. One, he cleaned up his environment. Ifa says he returned home and tidied up. The condition of his surroundings reflect the condition of his mind. The condition of our surroundings reflect the condition of our minds. Two, he stopped poisoning himself. He stopped drinking excessively. Ifa says that he needed to never drink on an empty stomach. He needed to eat first and then drink if he chose to drink. He also ate nutritional food. He stopped abusing himself. He stopped numbing himself. 3, he accepted responsibility. He stopped blaming circumstances on something else. He accepted that he was contributing to his own problem. Men, healing begins when excuses end. Something incredible will happen. Orumila's family returned. His friends returned. His clients went to him and offered the ebo. His reputation returned. His health returned. His wealth returned. Notice, Ifa did not merely restore his money. Ifa restored the man. Put that in the chat. Ifa restored the man. And once the man was restored, everything else followed. God don't fix Orumila's finance first. God fixed Orumila first. Many fathers today are exhausted. Some are overeating. Some are over drinking, overspending, overworking, and they are depressed and feel isolated. Onireshe Oko is the father who sacrificed for his children. Obatala is the father who endured difficulty with his child. And Orumila is the father who almost lost himself while carrying the burden. Together, they teach, build your family. Do not quit on your children. And do not abandon yourself in the process. The internet tells us, work harder, grind harder, push harder. No off days. Push harder. Ifa says something different. Restore yourself. Restore your purpose. Restore your family. Restore your connection to Ori. Restore your relationship with your destiny. Because the strongest man in the room is often the most exhausted. In closing, the world told Onireshele, you are winning. Ifa said, wait till the end. The world laughed at Onireshe Oko. Ifa said, hold up, wait till the end. The world measures success by appearance. Ifa measures success by legacy. The world celebrates possessions. Ifa celebrates descendants. The world celebrates comfort. Ifa celebrates sacrifice. Today, I'm speaking to fathers. I'm speaking to husbands. I'm speaking to providers and protectors. To men carrying burdens nobody knows about. You do not need another motivational speech, brothers. You need restoration. You need strength. You need healing. You need purpose and alignment. Because one day your money will stop working. One day your body will stop working. One day your strength will fade, but your legacy will continue speaking for you. The question is, what will it say? I want you to do this for me. men, fathers, brothers, husbands, I want you to restore yourself first. I want you to eat properly, sleep properly, pray properly, exercise properly. Take care of your ori. Take care of your body. Take care of your spirit, because your family doesn't just need your labor, they need you. A man's true wealth is not money. A man's wealth is character and the legacy he builds. And you cannot build a legacy while destroying yourself. Aboru, aboye, aboshisheo. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you so very much. So, I want to make some announcements. Next Saturday, so the Saturday that is coming up, which I believe that is, that's June. I'm looking at the calendar. June 27th. So June 27th, here in McDonough, Georgia, will be conducting our Odun Ifa in alignment with the Ifa that was cast in Ado Ekiti. The Odu that came is called Erosun Agbe. So before I talk about this, I want to address any issues, or I want to address some of the issues that may come about, because I know people will be talking about, oh, what about Ile-Ife? What about Ado Ekiti? What about these places? And I want to say first that I do not disrespect Ife. I respect and love Ife, and I want to send shout outs to Ife. There are also other locations that cast a World Odu. Why is it significant not only in Ife but also in Ado Ekiti? Well, Ado Ekiti is very important, mainly because this too is a place of Orumila. In Ado Ekiti, Ifa says, where Ori settled me, it is a comfortable place. Ori threw and settled Orumila in Okegeti. Okegeti is Okegeti Hill. This place is in Ado Ekiti. So when we go to Ado Ekiti, what we're doing is we're casting Ifa in Orumila's indigenous place of origin. In Ado Ekiti, there are literally the king, the Ewi Ado of Ado Ekiti, is a living descendant of Orumila in that one place. That is the Ewi Ado is Orumila's great grandchild, literally. So the bloodline of Orumila is intact in that place. Two, I'm not saying it's not intact in Ife. I'm just saying it's intact there too. So in that regard, when we go there, we hike up Okegeti, we cast Ifa there. We go to the place where Orumila initiated people. We go to the top of the hill where many Irumole landed. And when you get to that place, you can see their footprints in the ground. Literally. When we go to Ado Ekiti, there we see the place that is the origin of Eshu. And that whole place, the ground is Yangi stone. Ijelu Ekiti. When we go to Ire Ekiti, the king of Ire Ekiti is the living descendant of Ogun. Why? You heard the song Ogun Onire. Ogun Oniye, Ogun King of Ire, in that place. The child of Ogun, literally, is the king of Ire Keti. I'm saying all this to say that both places are important. We should inspect and investigate them all. Ado Ekiti, yes, it comes that verse comes from Ejiogbe. Yes, that verse that I just spoke of comes from Ejiogbe. So it is important for all of us to really, 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 really educate ourselves. And what I always say is this, is that the Odu in Ife and the Odu in Ado Ekiti, it's literally speaks as bookends to each other. In Ado Ekiti, we cast the Odu Iroson Agbe and the significance of that Odu. I want to share a couple of messages there. One, this Odu says that we need to be very conscious of not being greedy or being perceived as greedy. Because in this Odu, Orunmila was traveling with the Iyami. This is going to come into significance later. He was traveling with the Iyami. And those Iyamis gave him the lapwing of a turkey. He shared it, and then later they reneged. They were like, oh man, we gave him all our stuff. And that created a problem for Orunmila. Orunmila's life began to go down. He went for Ifa consultation. He's like, what's going on? The Babalawo said, look, something happened. Somebody doesn't like you. Your life is going down because of a problem. Did you do anything? He's like, I didn't do anything. I can't remember anything that I did negatively. They investigated and realized that it was a small thing. So essentially, the Iyami had given him something, and then they were like, they thought about it later and was like, nah, man, we want that back. They perceived Orunmila as greedy. And as a result, they gave Orunmila problems. So he had all these problems. Ifa says he needed to offer Ebo. The Ebo, instead of the lapwing of a turkey, in this Odu, we offer a pwese with one whole turkey. So that is one of the Ebos that we'll be doing for the community. Interestingly enough, in Iroson Agbe, there's contention with Iyami. And in Osameji, the whole theme, Osameji is the Odu where the Iyami came from heaven to earth. When we think of this, as I said before, Ado Ekiti and Ile Ife, for me, I don't have a problem with both. Because both are sharing information about the same thing and the same people, and they work as bookends. You know what I'm saying? One begins the story, and the other gives us more to the story. Also, on Iroson Agbe, Ifa says many of these women are Apetebi. Just as in Osabeji, Apetebi. Apetebi is a woman who should be married to a Babalawo who is a ethical man. She should be married to her Ifa because there's a special medicine there for that woman. That is Iroson Agbe. That is also an Osaileye. When we look at both, so many similarities. When we look at that Odu, Iroson Agbe, Ifa says that many of us will be like the pillar of our communities and families. In that Odu Ifa, we feed the pillar, the support beam of the house. So many powerful things. One other really important thing that will be necessary for us to do this year, at some point, take 30 days with Obi Banja, and you'll be feeding Ifa with Obi Banja for 30 days, every day. Obi Banja. Obi Banja is two-lobe colonel. Okay? Two-lobe colonel. You'll be feeding and you'll be praying. If you miss a day, you got to start over. But be praying every day. So what we'll do throughout the year, once we offer the Abo, is we'll be revisiting Osameji. We'll be revisiting Eroso Agbe because we're going to see it play out in the world. So this coming Saturday, June 27th, we will be offering Ebo for Eroso Agbe. All right. For all those who want to participate, the amount of money is $80. Usually when we are offering a large Ebo of this sort, it doesn't need to be anything minuscule. It needs to be large. But we'll be doing it here, right here in McDonough. We'll also be preparing Omiero because we're going to be feeding Ifa with one she-goat. So if you want to be involved, you can send your $80, and the $80 is going to be supporting of your whole family. I want to do it in this way. Once you send the money, I want you to send me your name and your family's name. And we'll be offering the Ebo, and I'll be chanting everyone's name who has contributed. Okay? So as I said before, $80 for that, and we'll be showing it on the live on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of those things will be on all those places showing the video of our Ebo. You can make the payments and send that money to the Zelle account, my Zelle account, and that is at 323-244-1133. Okay, 323-244-1133. Also, for those who want to be involved, who want to help, you can call that same number. Someone will put it in the chat. Those of you who are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can see the number below. You will be able to call that phone number and text that phone number and get the information. If you are in the Atlanta, McDonough area, you can come here and be cleaned off with the animals and sit as we offer the Ebo, which will be a beautiful thing. So we want to do that. If everyone can send that money, we'll be able to get everything done. I would like for that money to be sent to, as I said, to the Zelle, and I would like you to give us to get the Owo to us at least by that Friday, which is the 26th. Okay, once we do that, we'll be able to go procure all of the animals. There's a place here that I literally have a farm, and we will offer the Ebo right here at the farm and do everything we need to do. We'll make Omiero, wash the Ekin, and we will feed Ifa. Okay? So if you want to be involved in that, and also you can take some of the Omiero home. All right? If you want to be involved, hey, please make your contribution. And you can come on out to the farm, chill with us, and offer a bowl and build. All right, with that said, thank you so very much. I think I'm going to close, but I'll stay on TikTok to respond to any questions. I want to shout everybody out in the chat. Thank you so much. Allison, Ekaro, James, Aboraboye, Aboshishe, Allison, thank you. Yes, thank you for that Happy Father's Day wish. Thank you for the Happy Father's Day wish, James. Thank you, Ia Barbara. Thank you so much for your donations. Those of you who would like to send other donations, please do. You can send it to the Zelle account. Thank you so much, Ia Barbara, for your contribution and your support. Ashe, Allison, Abor. Also, Maisha, good to see you, Ia. Abo Shishak Boto, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Marriage and fatherhood, the priority. Yes. Yes. Good to see you. Queen Liquid, good to see you. T Mont, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Thank you. Bora Boye. Hey, shout out. Good to see y'all. Alakisha. Good to see you. Thank you for tapping in with us. Ashe Ifa has restored the man. Tolu Walashe, good to see you, Ia. All right. Kamario, good to see you, bro. Thank you for joining us today. All right. Allison, Danielle, thank you so much. Thank you for your support, Danielle. Abo Shishaboto, Tifashe, Abo Shishaboto. Okay, there's the number. Thank you so much for sharing the number on there. Thank you so much for sharing that number, Danielle. All right. Barbara, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for the Happy Father's Day wishes. All right. Good to see you, Ia. All right. All right. Those people on TikTok, I'm going to stay on a little bit longer to respond to any questions that y'all may have. All right. And so it's going to be such a blessed year. Everything came in Ire. So let's enhance that Ire this year. All right. Olodumare, we thank you for life, health, strength, food, clothing, and shelter. We thank you for supporting us. We thank you on this Father's Day. We thank Olodumare for being a good father, an example of a good father, and Orumila for being a good example of a good father. I thank my father, Robert Edmonds, for being an example of a great father. We ask you, Olodumare, to help us to do the right things as men, as women, within the future. Guide us, Ifa, direct us, protect us, and keep us safe. Help us to keep going. Help us to keep moving. Help us to keep growing and finding and following and fulfilling our destiny. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Aboto. Thank you all so very much. We'll see you next time. We'll see you this coming Saturday. All right?